Ballard, how could you do this to Seattle? How? This is what you have to be confronted with when you're coming in from Seattle, particularly on 15th. This ugly-ass building. It's like, what happened? It's as if Ballard was saying, just turn around and go back where you came from. Look at the seagulls like it. They must realize there's a lot of bullshit going on. Hello, everybody. I'm Charles Tonderai Mudede, and I'm here with Keith Cote to talk about this building, Urbana. First of all, pedestrians, this intersection hates you. It's totally devoted to car traffic and the few buses that can wiggle their way in as they miss their schedule time and time again.
Yeah, my D-line was 10 minutes late.
You know it's going to be late. I visit Brooklyn more than I visit Ballard because of this intersection. When was this built? You remember?
Was it 2014?
Does he even have an age? Do we have to look at time? Awfulness is timeless.
Yes, and there was a Googie Denny's. Was that right here?
Oh, was it? It was here.
We got bricks.
We got bricks.
Fake clinker brick.
It is.
Only centimeters thick, I believe. We have multiple colors. We have modulating facades. We have retail storefronts. We got a Verizon, a Five Guys. We got a Planet Fitness around the corner. So all big box corporate retail spaces.
Right. You can like eat your pizza, then go and work it off, and then return to the nightmare on the third floor.
Yeah, to say it was built by an architect is a stretch. I'm sure it was built by an architectural corporation with dozens of employees, but also designing to the zoning laws and the land use codes.
Right.
They couldn't do just a plain blocky building, but they had to modulate the facade, if you will, with the indentations for the porches and the protrusions for the three-story polygonal bays.
Is that still Urbana over there?
That is also Urbana. They have a wide courtyard to fool the observer, and that you're looking at two separate buildings, but it's really all just one. But they painted it all the same gray now, so the illusion is entirely dissipated. They tacked on 2 stories of brick at the bottom to satisfy the design review requirements. You can't really afford to pay bricklayers to build a full masonry structure like you could 100 years ago. They used to have splashes of red and blue and beige, and now I think as of fall this past year it has 3 shades of corporate gray. So I think before it was just a boring building trying to present itself as interesting, and now it's just a blatantly sterile building. But if the design review board was all about nitpicking little design decisions like what the color palette is, the fact that they can just repaint it in 10 years kind of invalidates the whole process.
Why do we have it? Right.
You can't add a design requirement for soul, though, and that's what's lacking.
That's what's lacking. You know, if I'd been on that committee, I would be like, are you guys crazy? This is horrible. You have no aesthetic appeal. You have no functionality. You're just stuck living here with the bloody seagulls and bad traffic and all these box cutter businesses. And to put it on top of everything, there's probably a gigantic parking lot at the bottom of this.
We're trash talking this building in particular, but it's really all apartments built in Seattle and even America since probably the mid-1990s. Whereas the new building codes that allowed a concrete foundation with retail and entrances, and then you have apartments up top. That was supposed to be part of the new urbanism that we needed post mid-century suburban sprawl.
And the idea was walkability, density, close to public transportation.
But it is unfortunate that all the new apartment buildings around Seattle look like this, because we need lots of apartments, we need them fast to fix our affordability problem.
If it was public housing, I mean, I'd be sad, but at least it would have the virtue of being public housing. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say this is in and of itself postmodern, but it's definitely inspired.
Inspired by it, yeah.
Built in the 2010s when postmodernism, at least in America, was a style that already came and went. Architecture like this, it reminds me of the High Victorian period, which was almost a copy and paste architecture, where they would just take elements from all sorts of styles in the past and mash them together with multiple colors and materials, and that looks timeless now. If you look at cities like Paris or Barcelona, they have blocks upon blocks of it, but for some reason those don't look ugly.
Yeah, but it's sad because in a way when you look at the way it's lined, all these buildings, there's nothing that you can feel towards these buildings. Modernism doesn't win, postmodernism doesn't win. Nobody wins here.